So this is Apple's iPad Air, their newest mid to high tier iPad. I actually don't know where to start with this review since it's an iPad Air in 2019, but let's start with Apple's iPad lineup. Apple in 2019 currently sells 5 different iPads in 5 different price points. There's the 9.7-inch iPad, which sells for $329, the iPad mini, which sells for $399, this new iPad Air sells for $499, and the 2 iPad Pros at $799 and $999 respectively. Now that's a lot of iPad in Apple's lineup. There used to be only 1 or 2 at the most, but why does the iPad Air exist in 2019 and who is it for? Now before we answer that question, let's briefly talk about the new features and internals on this new 2019 iPad Air. This iPad now features a 10.5-inch Retina display with a P3 color gamut. It also has an A12 Bionic processor inside, which is also inside Apple's flagship smartphone, the iPhone XS and XS Max. It also now supports Apple Pencil and the Smart Keyboard. The A12 processor on this 2019 iPad Air is ridiculously fast. It pairs well with iOS 12 and all the apps you can download from the App Store. Now for the past 2 weeks I've had this device, I've never seen this iPad struggle one bit. Everything is so seamless and just works right out of the box. Now the stereo speakers are decent. It's nothing to brag about, but it's definitely a lot louder than any other tablet that I've used this year, apart from Apple's own Pro lineup. The overall software experience on this new iPad Air has been really good too. I haven't ran into any bugs or app crashes, although it's still an iPad running the same old iOS we're used to over the past few years, so we're not really getting anything special here. I'm hoping this coming WWDC will see something amazing from Apple with iOS 13 that can visually overhaul this experience. I'm hoping for real multitasking for iPad with side-by-side apps running simultaneously, a better control center experience, widgets, and a real file management system. The Pencil support is also a nice addition that a lot of people are going to appreciate, especially with those who are looking for a more affordable iPad with a bigger screen that supports Apple Pencil. Unfortunately, this display doesn't have Apple's ProMotion technology, which gives you a 120Hz refresh rate for a much smoother experience, but you do get better colors and a much brighter screen at 500 nits of brightness. The Smart Connector is new here as well. It's meant to be used for Apple's own Smart Keyboard, which in my opinion is the best keyboard that you can buy for the iPad. It is a bit stiff and mushy at the same time, but once you use it long enough, it'll start to wear down and soften up to a point where every keystroke feels great. There are hundreds of Bluetooth keyboards out in the market already, but the Smart Keyboard is what I highly recommend you get. Now going back to the question I promised to answer earlier, why does the 2019 iPad Air exist in Apple's lineup? And who is this for exactly? This exists because it gives Apple an option to serve a bunch of different people who uses an iPad for a bunch of different reasons. Now some may want a smaller iPad that they can easily pick up in their bag, or a small tablet to give to their kids, so they pick up the iPad mini. Now some people want the most basic and most affordable iPad, so they go for the 9.7-inch iPad. This exists because it gives Apple that happy medium option between the low-end iPad to the high-end Pro models, and that's why it's here. The new iPad Air gives you a big 10.5-inch display that is bright and color accurate. It supports Apple Pencil, the Smart Keyboard, and it has the same fast A12 Bionic processor from its $1,000 smartphone. And you're getting all of that for $499, and that is pretty impressive.
Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow Apple Insider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the Apple Insider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.